Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for tuning in again. We have a returning guest, Brent Masters.
Great to be here.
It's like our third time doing the intro. Sorry. It's Halloween. It's a Halloween episode. I have my mask, and he's got his mask.
I do? Oh my gosh, I do. That's a nice segue. I didn't even think about that. Okay. Today I brought a MetaQuest 3S because I'd like to know how you feel about it.
Okay.
I've been having a lot of fun with it, so I brought it here thinking we'll get you on a game, see how you like it,
Yeah,
whether
that's cool.
you do or not.
I'm ready. I can't wear a hat, huh?
No, not with this on, no.
Gotcha.
Okay. So we have your laptop recording.
Yep.
I'm going to throw it on. Let me get this controller. I'm going to set up the boundary. So kind of show you how you get these things set up.
Okay.
So I need to stand up actually. I'm going to go.
You move this back.
Shoot, is that going to mess up your?
No, I'm mess up nothing.
Okay. Because we'll need this space. Essentially, this game is a bunch of shorter sandbox games that just has you do random tasks.
Okay.
And it's mainly just to get you the hang of it. So we're going to do... Actually, you know what? Let's do one I did yesterday. What do you want to do? Do you want to be an office worker, a chef, or an auto mechanic? Maybe a chef. All right, we're going chef. Actually, I'm going to pass off to you here. I have not done this, so this is this one's all on you to learn.
Gotcha. Okay. Here we go. With the same headset.
Oh, you want to use your hands or controllers?
Controllers would be great.
Okay. There you go. So that one, I think you do both triggers.
Oh, you know what? No, I used my hands last time, right? So
Yeah.
I used my hands again. That's
Okay.
right.
No, yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Go for it.
All right. So I'm just hitting the.
Yes, a little lever there. You may have to wave your hands in front of it a couple times for it to register
In
it.
front of the air. Okay.
Yeah, why is it not? Let's see, maybe the controllers are too. Let me put the controller way back here. Okay, now try. Okay, there we go. The controllers are too close. All right.
What?
No, it's just funny. It's funny to see the outside, like not in the thing.
I feel like I'm over exaggerating.
No, you're not.
It's like fun.
Hey, it is. It is.
Sorry to hear you said. Full paper when ready. Okay.
Ah, there you go. Get cooking.
Turn on the grill and let's get frying.
Grill.
Oh.
Sorry. We're cooking the order.
You're right in there.
As soon as they wake up, bacon and eggs provide a high energy taste ratio.
Yes.
Is there a fridge? Ah, there you go. So there's the eggs. Where's the bacon? Might.
Yes, fucking egg. Yeah.
Try cracking it. I don't know.
I don't have a pan.
Oh, I thought the grill was the griddle. I think you just throw it right on there.
You're right.
There you go. Very accurate. Now, where's bacon? Is bacon in the freezer?
That one's getting pretty well done. Don't worry, we'll serve it anyway.
I think you have to do bacon. So check in the top. Maybe it's in the freezer? Or is that more fridge? Ah, there you go.
Is this crazy, bro? I'm cooking bacon in my living room. What do you say?
On the plate to your right.
Oh, what's up, dude? What's up?
I think it's throw 1 and 1, and I think that's it.
Oh, it's just one on one.
I don't think it matters much. There you go. Nailed it.
Nailed it. Bacon. Extra bacon.
Okay.
The smoothie is one of the most efficient forms of human food.
Blender. Where's that?
Put it through the blender.
Blender.
Oh, we're on the oven. The twist knob.
Boom. Eggs. Okay.
Just any vegetable, I guess.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. I guess. I don't know. Let's see. Okay, there you go. Broccoli. Yeah. It's fine. Looks good. Oh no. There you go. It keeps thinking you want the egg. Oh, there's a nozzle? Oh.
On the plate.
Nailed it.
Okay. What's this guy want?
Human. My type, rather for some tea and crumpets. Tea is a traditional human beverage consisting of heated water and flavor. Let's begin with heating some water using our kettle.
I think you do the sink for the water, and on your right, I think there's the kettle.
Oh, hey, I see it.
Now, I don't know how you get it hot, though. Oh, on the grill. Okay.
What is this? Oh, it's nothing.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I forgot you had to turn it on.
We want to see it.
Like most beverages,
I guess the same one as last time.
Tea bag.
Oh, where's that? Oh, is that? Oh, it's on the counter. The tea bag. That little blue thing you were trying to grab earlier. I think that's what it is.
The blue thing I was trying to grab earlier.
On the counter, there's like that blue little thingy.
This?
On your right up a little bit. On your left, see it around the counter.
Oh.
Honey.
Basically, what we just did was a virtual. What we played was like retail
It was
simulator, like a
yeah.
retail simulator, like a 7-Eleven simulator, or
Yeah.
like just basically working customer service simulator. So that's crazy that that's a thing. I don't know. I just think it's crazy.
and it's fun. There's an actual chef simulator I'm gonna get next, but it's actually like legit. Like you need to get the ingredients, you need to cut the things right, you need to
Right.
go to get a certain amount of water, boil it. I've always liked simulation games though. I don't know why, but I always really like those kind of games. Where it's like Farming Simulator.
I've heard of it.
It's really in depth. Like it's actually too in depth for me. Like I try to like it, but it's just too. It's too. If it's too much like the work, then it's like okay, this feels like a job. But if it's like just like enough to where it's fun but not super serious, then it's fun.
I just feel like, yeah, it's fun, mainly because virtual reality. Like that's
Yeah.
what's crazy about it. How well it works with your hands, but realistically, that's a scary thing. Like if you like want to do that for fun, like you want to do all the achievements in the game and like do everything in the game.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like too much for me. I couldn't do that. But I like that. What I would like to see is like we move into like I don't know. What would you like to see on VR? I'm thinking like Tomb Raider. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because
Tomb Raider
kind
would
of
be
what
fun.
you were showing me, like the rock climbing one, where it's like kind of like that,
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's like you could probably do shoot 'em up too. Like you could do both. Like it's a kind of a mixture of both. That'd be fun.
I want more. I mean, it's actually still, even though it's been around for a while, it's still kind of new. That's why like the library isn't that big yet. So I don't mind that there's not a huge amount of games, and the ones that are available aren't really in depth like a game on PC would be or on console would be. But it's something I'm looking forward to though, because I wasn't sure if I'd like it, but I actually really enjoy it now.
Which one?
I pretty much
Oh, everything.
Yeah,
just
pretty much. Just in
the.
general, the VR. I like feeling like you're immersed.
And do you know the difference between like all these different headsets? They used to be called the Oculus Rift. Now it's called the Quest. Is it the same thing?
Yeah, the reason I bought the Meta Quest is because I went on Google to try to see like what's really worth it. Steam, I think, may be the best, but it's also like double the price. And Steam, or if it's a Valve, Steam. Actually, I'm going to do that too.
They have a headset too. Valve.
Valve has, I believe it is the whole thing of like your hands have a controller on them too, so everything is like your hands, but you have like a controller on your hands too. But they have their own headset too, but it's a lot more expensive. The Oculus, I believe, from what I've read, the Oculus was one of the top ones, and then Facebook or Meta, Facebook, same thing. They bought Oculus, so all the Oculus people went to work for them, which is why MetaQuest is still. I don't know if it's like top, but it's one of the better ones. There's really not a lot of options anyway. You have the PlayStation, you have Steam, or Valve, the same thing I guess, and then you have MetaQuest, and you had Oculus, but then they got bought out. So
my main thing is that if I try to buy an Oculus, so don't. Meta's better.
I don't think Oculus is a thing. I think Meta is Oculus now.
Well, you can still buy Oculus like used somewhere. But I'm saying is Meta will be better than that.
Yeah, I don't know when they bought them out, but I think if you were to buy Oculus now, it would be outdated.
Got you.
But don't quote me on that. But I think that's how.
That's
it works.
my main concern. I don't want to buy because I don't know. I don't know anything about. I don't follow up with this.
So I only know of the MetaQuest, and there's 3 and 4. The 3S is what just came out like a week or two ago, which is what this is. It's kind of it's a perfect balance between it's not as expensive as the 4, but it also doesn't have like. I think the differences for me were not really worth the price difference.
Yeah.
I think it was like more pixels, but I'm like, I don't really. You saw the games that we were playing; they're not like super intense, like graphic wise. They're kind of more just fun, Yeah. So I wasn't really that worried about it, and I think it was 500 gigs on there, maybe 256. But every game I've downloaded so far has been like 3 to 5 gigabytes, so it's not like I'm going to fill it up anytime soon.
Oh wow, yeah, it makes sense because I wouldn't think that there'd be any high gig games on there anyways. Like
Yeah.
you wouldn't. I mean, unless like you play like I was telling you, like those AAA games.
But most of the triple A's, what I would do is, because Steam has a lot of VR games, so I would just get this, plug it into my laptop, and then just play it off my laptop anyway. So that's probably the next thing I'll do, because they have some games that you can do VR with on there that aren't on just, like, I can't buy right from here. I have to buy it on the laptop and then play it through that.
Oh, okay.
I think it's only a matter of time. You already have Skyrim VR. You have, you know,
Right.
No Man's Sky. They have that VR. So
Really?
which I'm going to try eventually. I already own it, so I just have to try that out. But it's only a matter of time before I'm going to Google it real quick. I could almost guarantee you there's probably a mod for Fallout VR, but let me see. I could be wrong. I'm just going to Google real
A
quick.
mod for what?
Fallout VR.
A mod. There is a game. You can buy it.
You can? There already is one?
There is one on Fallout VR.
Oh, there is. It's not a good rating though, but there is.
I've never seen it, but I know there is.
I thought there's to be, because some games they don't have an official VR, but someone will mod it to where you can still play it. But
Really?
I didn't know Fallout had that option. But yeah, okay. I guess.
What's the review? What did it say?
6 out of 10. So whatever it wasn't good.
Oh.
Is it its own game, or is it
It's
like?
the actual game.
Oh, I see. It is Fallout 4. Okay,
Right.
let me see. Visit. Let's see what the reviews say.
Yeah, because I don't know. I don't know if that's a. I'm cool playing it the way I play it. You know what I mean?
Certain games, yeah.
Like I really don't see myself standing up having to deal with everything. I feel like sitting down and doing it all with the controller is fine by me.
It's
Fallout
just,
4 is one of my favorite games of all time.
it would be hard. Like Skyrim, I think would be too hard. I'd try it. I would try it. I feel like I like to be. I think I liked simulation games. Oh, I'm not going to worry about this. But it didn't have a good rating. I could look it up later. It wasn't loading. I like simulation games because I feel like you get more immersed in them. At least for me personally. But now with this, you really feel like you're immersed in it, which I think is pretty cool. Like that dungeon. Oh well, I guess it won't show. Yeah, never mind that one.
No, say it. Just pretend like the cameras aren't here. Like just say it.
Like
You can say it.
the dungeon one we played. So I'll just say the name of it: Dungeons of Eternity. Dungeons of Eternity. So that one it plays like Skyrim, but you're like immersed in it. So it's pretty fun.
Yeah. The zombie one was fun.
Zombieland, yeah.
Really fun. I see, what we played. I can see the appeal to it, but once you got me into the whole, Brent got me into this whole part of it where, if you beat it in a certain amount of time, you get like certain ratings. Once you told me like, yay, you could that always gets me. Like I will always play that. Like I will always try to get the best time on a level. Like I will play. I've done that with like Resident Evil does that. Like the new they made a Resident Evil 4 remake, and in the remake, there's like in the middle of your, every time every once in a while there'll be like a checkpoint, a place to save.
Yeah.
And there's this I forget his name, but he's like a secret guy, who just like he's called the Merchant.
Okay.
And he's just like this pop-up character.
Oh yeah.
And he'll travel with you. You'll go across the map, and he'll all of a sudden pop up, and it's supposed to be funny. Like he's like comic relief in the game, kind of like what the fuck? I'm way the fuck out here, and you're right there, like with his shop already.
Yeah.
Like supposed to make fun of you, like I got here first, but with that mechanic, there's in the remake that wasn't the original, but in the remake they added this feature where you play the shooting gallery game. You took an elevator into the basement of wherever you're at, and you play the shooting gallery game where basically you're just trying to get the best time of like it's like pop up like little cardboard pieces, and you shoot, and each one has points, and they throw up like the civilians. You're not supposed to hit those, right? It's like that whole game. And the best score you get points to buy like really good weapons.
Yeah.
And so I would like sit there and play those games for hours and hours, trying to get the best, trying to get them like all the real like the tokens that are like that you can get, so I can buy those crazy weapons like and play the game. that shit really gets me. Like even like Mario Kart, with Mario Kart, like the best time.
Yeah.
I was fucking obsessed with those motherfucking shits.
I actually got into Mario Kart a lot a few years ago, where you had to know right where to start drifting, like for every turn.
Right.
And once you get that, you just get yeah. So I got into that one. Otherwise, I'm really not. I see times, but I'm like I don't really. I'll go against myself.
Right.
But other than that, I have zero. Because there's always someone like on the leaderboards online. There's always gonna be someone ahead of you. I'm like I cannot keep this up.
But there's like with Mario Kart, the original on when it came out on Wii U.
Oh yeah.
I did all of them. I did every single track. Like it was like I think it was 24 or 12. I did every single track and I beat. So the reason why I did it was because on time trial you can play with ghosts,
Right.
and you play with the ghosts of the like one of the people who made the game, like one of the people who like
Oh,
know,
really?
and you play against them. And so when you're playing with them, like you could see them, they do all the things in the game that you're not supposed to know. So like they hit all like the shortcuts. So when I'm playing the track now, I know all the shortcuts. So now it's like okay, I can do the best score because I know the developer. I know the developer who made that level. He played it, and I saw how he played it. So I play how the developer played it. So it's like I know where if you take this off, you go off the trail here and hit this ramp, you basically cut half the track.
Right.
Like I know all those tricks, and then like basically like what the thing about it is like you're supposed to use these properly in time trial. That's how you get the golden wheels. You beat all the time trial. That's how you get the golden wheels. So what you need to do is beat the best time by the developer, and what you do is so like let's say you. This guy knows if you go off the track and you hit this ramp and you beat half you can clear half the map before anyone else, but there's the grass, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you start every time trial with 3 mushrooms, so that's the time right when you hit because when you use the mushroom on the grass, it's like the grass doesn't slow you down, so it's like you need to perfectly time when you use these 3 mushrooms in your 3 rounds of this track, because each time there's like something you have to do where you need to override this to do this to get across, you know what I mean? And there's always something in every single Mario Kart track. I was so obsessed with that game, but now since then, this was like 10 years ago, when it came out.
Yeah.
And I was like so obsessed with it back then, but now it's like there's so many other tracks. I'm sure there's so much like that's like I think there's like double the tracks now than the original launch tracks.
Well, even the climb I showed you, like it'll take me like 15 to 20 minutes to do one, but then on the leaderboards, the top 3 are like 40 seconds. So I'm like, okay, there's got to be a lot of secrets that I just have no idea where they are.
Is it that short of a cut?
I don't know. I kind of want to go on YouTube to see what they're doing.
That's what I'm saying.
I also don't because I don't know if I want to know. But
that's what I'm saying. So that's exactly what I'm telling you with Mario Kart. My experience with Mario Kart is you have to see how they do it in order to like beat them, which is unfortunate,
But it's curious to see like, okay,
right.
Because I'm also like, well, they could be like hacking it, I guess, but because that's such a big time difference. But at the same time, if you're someone who does it all the time and you just can constantly go, it's kind of like Mario Kart too. Like if someone knows half the turns, but if someone knows all the turns, that could be a difference of minutes. Like so. It's like I wonder what it is, but oh. You mentioned the developer. I have an interesting story. So, when Guitar Hero came out for Xbox, or maybe it was Xbox 360, one of the two, me and my friends in high school, we were all into it. So we all got pretty good, and two of them would go online do a head-to-head with random people, and one of them did a head-to-head with someone and beat him and got an achievement. And it was like, oh, it's kind of weird. He goes on the achievement box and it says, beat one of the developers in a head-to-head match. And it was so random. So he like randomly got grouped with a developer and beat him and got an achievement for it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it was so random. At first I was like, no, there's going to be something weird. But that's what it said.
Who was this?
It was Guitar Hero. I don't know which Guitar Hero it was.
Was it you?
No, it wasn't me. I wasn't that good. There's 2 of us who actually were like good enough where they would just go online and go head to head with other people. I didn't care enough to do that. I just wanted to be good, but it's pretty random.
I didn't hear you. Who you said did this?
One of my friends in high school.
One of your friends.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you
Oh,
said. I thought it was. You said another guy than you, and I was like, okay, I was confused.
No, the group of 4 of us got into it, but 2 of them got to like where they do. I was never big on
And that was an
competition.
achievement.
Yeah,
And he was on playing right then.
it just so happened to be where he unlocked it, and you're like, what?
That's fucking nuts.
It's pretty
Fuck.
crazy. Because and it's like these developers, they're probably not all professional at it, right? There's some of them are just probably just on there going like, I'll just play a couple rounds, and you just happen to join in with one of them. You're like, oh wow, how random is that?
Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
Wow, that's fun.
but there's that. When I get more things, like I'll bring it over and we can still check it out because I want to get the drum one. It's pretty much Guitar Hero, but there's like 6 drums that you have to. So it's like,
But for Oculus?
yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
So I want to get into that
Dude,
one.
that would be so fun. I love drums. I have drums. I want to get drums in here.
I don't even like drums, but it was so much fun to play.
Dude, I love drums.
It's just like Guitar Hero, where like you're kind of learning, so you have to look as it's coming, so you kind of have to go slow. But then, I tried hard once, and it just overloads you. I'm like, I can't even do this.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I would like to get good enough to get to that point because it has a lot of good music. It's pretty much like power metal music. I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
Dude, I used to love Guitar Hero. I used to be really good at it.
I got pretty good.
Me too.
I could do Dragon Through the Fire and Flames, not on the Hearth, but the one before. And I was like, I felt so accomplished with that.
Right. No, and it was like learning that controller was a whole like, there was so many different ways to play it.
You had to get this, but then you had to get to the point where you can do one strum, but get like 3 or 4 notes off of it. And it was like, once you got that down, it made it so much easier.
Mm-hmm.
But I could never get to the point where I could do whatever the hardest one was. But once you get to the point where you're like really play, like, it feels like you're really playing the song.
Yeah.
Like, you just get into it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love Guitar Hero. And then Rock Band came out, and I kind of like I wanted really because I played drums in bands back in the day. I used to play drums for. We used to play at bars for money and for beer. I played with a couple different bands. Some of them I played with for money, and we would get paid like $60 a weekend. Which was like for like a 20-year-old was like,
Yeah.
that's beer money.
I do something for fun. I mean, I assume it was fun. Yeah.
Very fun. And then our friends would come, we just drink and be stupid. And then I played for another band where we would play for beer. Like, they would give us pitchers until we left. They would just feed us beer until we were done. Like we didn't.
Yeah.
There was unlimited beer. Basically, it's like after we were done playing, we would party. We would stay there, and they would just give us beer, which was like that was worth it too. They probably gave us like $60, $70 worth of beer. You know what I mean? So it was just like it was fun. So we knew like, okay, if we're gonna play at this bar this weekend, that means we're drinking for free, and that was fun. Like that was like
That's cool.
that was our weekend.
Yeah.
And so we used to. That's actually the theme for the podcast. That was the one we played for beer. The theme song for the podcast.
Oh, yeah.
That's me playing drums.
Oh, is it?
On the song. That's actually the band I was in. We would go around Bakersfield just playing
That's
for
cool.
beer. Yeah, those guys are really cool. Anyways, I like playing drums. My point is, I like playing drums. I played it, in my younger years. And what happened was, when Rock Band came out, I was like, dude, that's my game. But I never got it. I think I just got into girls and just kind of grew up and started doing the band thing, the real band thing but I was like, I meant to, because I was such a fiend at Guitar Hero. I was like, dude, Rock Band, I got to get into that. But I think I played it a couple times and I never got into it after that.
It would be fun in the group, but I stopped at Guitar Hero. I haven't even touched anything like that until this was some of these games come with like a 20-minute free trial, so I'm like, I'll try it out, and now I'm like hooked on it.
Wow.
But you can end up buying different like song packs and stuff, like kind of like how Guitar Hero was.
Right.
But
Yeah, I remember there was like the Rock Band Beatles, the Beatles Rock Band. There was like a Beatles edition.
Yeah,
They did a Metallica version.
Metallica. I did. Beatles was a hard pass.
They did Aerosmith. They did like specific packs.
Yeah.
It was just funny. You don't like the Beatles?
No.
You don't like Metallica?
Oh no, I like Metallica.
Do you? Okay.
No, Beatles was like I get it. I mean, I get I have respect for what they did, but I cannot stand the music.
Okay, no, that's great. I've never met anyone who hates the Beatles, but I do now. That's fun.
hate's a strong word. I'm just like, it's the Beatles.
There's not one song you like.
I don't know their songs. I'm sure there's there's a couple. If I were to actually listen to them,
Gotcha. But just what
Like,
you've
hey,
heard, you're not cool.
like Hey Jude. I mean, I remember I like the first kind of part, but then I'm like, I get kind of over it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I get it. So like what you've heard is like whatever.
Yeah, I'm just like, that's not for me. I get it, but it's not for me.
Gotcha. That's interesting.
Like, yeah, you could recognize like talent or something, but still be like, yeah, it's like,
No, I get you. I'm like that with the Rolling Stones because I don't know any of their shit.
well, I can't off the top of my head. If I hear it, I'll know it, but off the top of my head, I can't think of any other songs.
But I know a lot of people. If I said that to them, like I don't really care for the Rolling Stones, they would get upset. Like I know a lot of people like that. Like probably from work.
Yeah.
Cut that out. Anyways, yeah. So you said to leave soon? I'll let you go.
What time is it? Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't want to keep you. So next segment. Thank you so much for doing this. I had fun playing with your Meta Pro. What is it called?
Meta Quest 3S.
Meta Quest 3S. Got you. Okay. I appreciate you bringing it over and me checking it out. This podcast was not brought to you by MetaQuest. They didn't pay us to promote this, but
No, it was fun. I wanted you to try it out. I've been having fun with it.
thank you so much for doing this. And yeah, thank you so much.
No problem.
Have a good one. Thank you guys. It's weird being like talking to someone that's not here, but
Yeah, you have to like close it out and you're like,
yeah.